it might be the case that there are important ways for assault victims to be brought out in front of larger crowds, and that there are ways to handle that so that the message is amplified, it reaches a lot of people, there are responsible ways to disclose it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But it could also be the case at the same time that it's being done to divert attention off of another issue and to attack somebody else who's trying to attack you over some moral conundrum that you're in, like promoting gambling. These two ideas are not mutually exclusive. These two things are not contradictory. Everybody kind of had a lot of trouble navigating this particular drama because it was so serious, and because the way that everybody handled it was like kind of super on the fence or whatever. But technically, and Poki probably could have done this on her own if Hasan wasn't there screeching like an ape in the background, but technically it's not ridiculous for Hasan and Poki in the middle of making moral attacks against other people's character relating to gambling to be like, well, isn't it kind of strange that you're like trying to wheel out this sexual assault victim right now to like in the middle of us attacking you over gambling? Isn't that a little bit strange? But obviously the way to handle that conversation is very, 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 very difficult. That's an incredibly difficult conversation to have. And in the face of a sexual assault survivor, it looks bad. And it's just, you're gonna look like you're attacking the sexual assault survivor. And I understand why nobody wants to do that, but yeah, that was what a complicated situation. What a complicated set of circumstances. I don't understand why the timing had to be now. It didn't have to be now. It absolutely didn't have to be now. And arguably, there are arguments where you could say now might have been an inappropriate timing. To bring it off the back of everything else might have been inappropriate because it might have undermined her story more than otherwise. Now it didn't because there were so many receipts involved, but imagine if she brought this story out and there weren't any receipts, or there was only one eyewitness, or it was just her word against Slick's word. And now you've got this whole actual civil war of, hold on, we wanted to criticize you guys over Gamba, and now you've wheeled out a no evidence sexual assault survivor. Not saying that she has no evidence because she did, but if she didn't, now there's going to be so much more doubt cast on her story because of the circumstances in which it's brought up, you know? That it's a complicated set of scenarios. A lot of shit going on. Very difficult. Very difficult to navigate, but yeah. How did this drive 300,000 plus viewers? Because it's crazy, interesting drama. Very dramatic. But hopefully, hopefully everybody got out what they wanted to get out. The thing that sucks is at the end of the day, Adria, who's kind of like the victim involved, is still fucked no matter what, because now she's got like this huge drama that follows her around, unless she's able to kind of like garner some kind of following off of the back of this, which sounds exploitative. It sounds shitty. I don't mean to sound that way, but like you kind of want to, because you still like, the worst part, I'll reiterate what I said before about sexual assault survivors, is that like, even if everything goes perfectly for you, you're still like branded that. And Adri brought it up, like what she said before, is like, nobody wants to invite the girl that wrote the twit longer, you know? That's a rough one. Train is in chat. Shit, what did he say? Hold on. On top of that, I knew she had receipts. She was coming out regardless about it and gave me the green light to open it up for her. Oh, sure. I'm not saying you didn't have the green light, but I'm just saying that on Poki and Hasan's side, if they would have been a little bit more careful with how they presented things, I think Hasan just came off as so unhinged. He just fucked himself. But that's because Hasan and X were just like fighting each other, and like Adri was like the weapon that they were both wielding in a way.